What's up, everybody? It's your boy DTLF back with another Around the League classic episode with, you guys know him, man. You guys know him as Cristo, but shout out to my guy Chris right here, man, on the left side. And of course, Empire Jeff in the building. But how you guys doing today, man? You guys ready to chop it up?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But of course, it wouldn't be Around the League if we didn't have a special guest here today, man. We got LOE. Of course, Mees will be back on Saturday. But for now, filling in, Lakers over everything. What's up, bro?
Hey. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Mr. Low.
Hey, man, we love the shirt.
LOE.
You got a retro t-shirt, man, representing. I see you, LOE, my guy, man. And what's up, everybody in the chat as well? We're going to get it cracking. We got a lot to talk about, guys, because we were in some headlines tonight, right? We were in some headlines. Woke up this morning, went to sleep feeling mad, woke up feeling bitter, and now it's starting to settle in. The Lakers have now lost 9 out of 12 since the in-season tournament. I got to ask you guys, and let's start with our gracious guest here for joining us. Let's start with LOE. What do you think is the biggest problem with this team currently at the moment, in your opinion?
Darvin Dam.
Darvin Scam?
That's his name, Darvin Dam. It ain't no ham, it's Dam, because it's Dam, Darvin. What you doing, man? But that's the start of it to me. And then obviously, we got some flaws on this roster, man. You got a lot of one-dimensional guys. So it's a lot, but it starts at the top with the coach for me. And now I believe he's lost the locker room, man. You heard it last night. He's saying one thing, and then AR and AD, your two of the 3 stars, they saying something completely opposite. So come on, man. You can't have that. So, yeah, it starts with Darvin, man, and it just goes down. Again, you're missing some obviously you're missing some guys, right? But that can't be an excuse.
Yeah.
You still got to find ways to win. Everyone else is doing it. Other guys are, Miami missed Jimmy Butler last night. They found a way to get it done. So, for me, Darvin, and then it goes down to a few players, few one-dimensional players, man. So it's tough, man.
You're absolutely right about that, man. I agree with Darvin Ham. What drove me crazy last night is the fact that he used the excuse of missing players. Meanwhile, Miami was missing one of their key guys in Jimmy Butler. And you can see that you can compare and contrast the coaching, right? Spoelstra said next man up. Darvin Ham said excuses, right? Jeff, what do you think is the biggest, the biggest issue the Lakers have right now? And if you want to, add to what LOE said, you can. Feel free to do that. But go ahead, bro.
Where do I start? There's a lot of things wrong with the Lakers. All over the place. First of all, from the summer that we thought was so great ended up being wrong, right? So that's kind of reality check. We all went into the season really thinking this roster was going to be solid. I know I did. And kind of getting that gut check. Darvin Ham probably did. He's going into his shop without all his tools, apparently, right? So, but Darvin doesn't escape blame here. He does not. I'm kind of joint custody with it. I feel there's a lot of blame to go around. I feel there's a lot. I mean, Miami got us, but they went in with the Clippers hurt and got blown out by 20. It happens that way too, right? So my thing is the Lakers play 82 playoff games a year. You know what I mean? Whoever comes in, I don't care who's suing them. They can go get 3 guys from Home Depot. They're going to bring their top effort, right? The Lakers need to adjust to this, including Darvin Ham. So my thing with Darvin Ham is while the player issue, the roster issue is real. No firing of the head coach. No other head coach is fixing this roster. Like, I stand on that. Like, this is not just fire Darvin Ham and this goes away. It's a start. I'll agree with that. I am not pro Darvin Ham. I think people are labeling me that, but I'm not. I'm just realistic on the player side too. So
wait. People labeling you pro Darvin Ham?
Yeah. Like I don't. Yeah, I told you.
Wait, my guy Jeff is pro Lakers, man.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, just because I've said repeatedly that Darvin does not escape blame. I just don't think they're firing him, so I'm not rooting him to fail, because that means more losses for the Lakers. But I got glasses, so I got 4 eyes here. I can see what this man is throwing out there on the court. All right. So what I'm saying is this: look, Darvin has his struggles, but I got some admitting to do. And I did this on my show last night, man. I got conned, man. I got conned, and I fell for a trick that I often tell myself do not fall for, which is don't listen to the mouthpieces when it comes to coaches. And if I can sit up here and talk my ish about the Doc Rivers of the world and the Mark Jacksons of the world, but then go against all that and then believe in Darvin because of his success with Giannis in Milwaukee, I played myself. Got no problem admitting that. When I really bought into what he was doing, I felt because he was going to come in and really give great effort on the Russ stuff, right? So long story short, he is not grown. I feel he hit some peaks after Budenholzer got fired last year, and he's like, oh man, the stuff he did, which is kind of my philosophy, he just got blown out for that. I need to change some things. Then I think he just reverted back when things get hard. So Darvin, I would say this. I will say Darvin, and I'm probably going to get killed for this. I think Darvin is 60% of the problem. I think the roster and the team dynamic is 40% of the problem. However, I think fixing the roster is easier than fixing the coaching situation because I still do not believe they will fire him this year. I still don't believe they will.
Wow.
But that's where I'm at with it. I'm not saying that doesn't mean I don't think they should. So I want to be clear because I've learned that people are running with bits and pieces of what I'm saying here.
People will do that. People will do that.
Yeah, because I've said it all. I've said it all. I've said it all. This is what I will stand by. Even if it is a good coach, if it is true that he has lost the locker room, if that is indeed true, he's got to go. You can't, if he's lost the locker room, that's all she wrote. If it's disjointed and there's just some conversations and it's nothing that like a 3 or 4 game winning streak can't fix, then okay. But if he's lost the locker room officially, then it has to end at that point.
I 100% agree, bro, and well said. Listen, you and LOE on point so far. I'd like to add to that. Maxwell Lewis, there's a screenshot of him liking a comment that basically said, Coach Darvin Ham's lost the locker room. So, I mean, we got insider.
Yeah. That's
Maxwell Lewis.
Double agent in here, man. He's pissed off. He ain't gotten but 5 minutes in the season. So,
right. Lost him off top, huh?
Right.
But I'll tell you, man, it is very discouraging to see what Darvin has come up with. You're not the only one that got fooled, Jeff. We was all fooled by Darvin because he came in here like a preacher talking about facts over feelings. There's been nothing but damn cream filling up in here, man. Nothing but BS, hot air balloon mess talk. Listen, last night this chat was lit. I asked everybody to put the fire emojis if they wanted to see Darvin Ham get fired. And I don't know about the locker room, but they sure as hell lost the fans and with good reason. It was burning up the chat, man. Now, Chris, I'll ask you the same thing, man. What is the biggest problem in your opinion? Is it Coach Darvin Ham, or do you see something else we might be missing here?
No, it's like Jeff said, it's a mixture of both. But I'll bring it into some real life stuff just because it's something that I went through in my life. So quick story. So we all work. So you always have somebody above you, and as a graphic designer, we've always had an art director or a manager, right? But when that manager loses the group, which is an art team, the art team isn't going to produce something that is loved by the public. So when that happens, the group of artists becomes the group of artists, and then you have a art director and a manager, and that's what you don't want. And that's what I see and feel from the Lakers right now, where okay, now Darvin Ham has put himself up here and the Lakers are down here. He's starting to call out players. He's starting to call out certain players when instead of maybe, hey, talking to them in the locker room in private or taking them to the side and talking to them, maybe that would have been a better way instead of blasting your players on, in public. And so after that, that it just divides it. Just like you guys said, it divides the locker room. It'll divide the group. And what we don't know, or I don't know, but maybe there's a few guys that like Darvin Ham. So now there's a couple guys that are like, where should I go? Should I be with LeBron? Should I be with the coaches? And then it's a snowball effect, right? It just becomes a bigger issue. And I've seen it and I've had it done to me before. So, you don't want that. It's happening now. And I think I told you, Dan, that maybe these reports should have came out earlier. Maybe the guys in the locker room should have just voiced this earlier, and maybe stuff gets fixed, or they just. You guys remember, Kobe was never afraid to have a players only meeting, right? We heard of them having those a few times, especially when Dwight and Nash were there. They had they had one, and they didn't fix everything, but at least they had it. But yeah, it happens. So let's see where we go from here. But I think it's a little bit of both right now.
Yeah. No, most definitely. And to add to all you guys' points, you guys all made valid points. I'll say this. When was the last time we saw LeBron James storm off without talking to reporters, right? I think that is very telling of what's really going on right now. Some of that could be frustration because, losing, nobody likes to lose, but especially not a champion like LeBron, right? But when was the last time we had that happen? And then on top of that, I went on my little rant last night on the live stream, and then this morning we get the report that there is a rift, some sort of a rift in the locker room. So I think it was very visible yesterday with the body language, right? I said, my take on this was, yes, I think he should be fired because I feel like he's starting to lose the locker room. It was very apparent. I'm usually very patient with these type of coaches, right?
Yeah.
It takes me about a year and a half before I really start giving my assessment. Well, I ran out of patience because we didn't see everything from starting veteran minimum players over, $50 million contracts to starting a 3-man non-shooting lineup alongside AD and LeBron. We didn't see everything at this point, and the lack of timeout calling. Just we can really drop a list, like a way longer list of why he should be fired versus why we should keep him on board. And when you can do that, because you're always on a hot seat when you're in LA. When you're LA Lakers head coach, you're always on a hot seat, whether you like it or you don't. You're either built for this or you're not. Even a great Phil Jackson, believe it or not, I remember there was rumors of him getting fired in the past. I remember when the Lakers would struggle, there was articles being written about maybe it's time to move on from Phil Jackson. Maybe the rift that was created in the locker room between Phil and Kobe, all these rumors. So there's literally always, even from the GOAT coach of all time, Phil Jackson, the triangle, the Zen master, even he went through it. So this is nothing new. Here is my biggest problem with Darvin. Making excuses now. Once you start making excuses, guess what? It looks like you're incompetent. It really does. You cannot say injuries because every freaking team in the NBA battles with injuries. Do they have as many as we do? Maybe not. But every team deals with injuries. It's what you do in these periods that really says what type of pedigree head coach you are. I've seen coaches really thrive with whatever they have. At the bottom line is we still have LeBron, we still have AD, and we still have Austin Reeves, your top 3 players. And meanwhile, Miami was missing their top player, not their second best player, their top player. Arguably, you could say Bam is their best player, but I think it's Jimmy Buckets, right? Now, got to move on to this next question because there was a stark contrast that showed the difference between coaching in Eric Spoelstra and Darvin, right? It seems like Darvin waved the white flag last night, man, based off of what he said and throwing those players under the bus, talking about there's certain players that we acquired that aren't playing up to par, bro. You are splitting your own locker room at this point when you say stuff like that, right? Gotta ask, should we fire him or keep until the end of the season? What do you think is the best? I don't think it's a question anymore. Should he stay long term? But is it in our best interest? There's not a lot of coaches out there to keep him on board or to fire him right now. And I'm gonna start with Jeff. Jeff, what do you think is the best? I think you already kind of touched on this, but just
if he has, and they know this already. Like I said, what happens on, and Chris hit to a good point about maybe some don't, and like this, the quote unquote 6 which was quite interesting because I've never seen a head count of sources like that. There's another, I'm going to touch on this later in the show. There's a lot of very interesting little tidbits in this article that I want to talk about that I don't think anyone's catching, and it's kind of interesting. So, but outside of that, again, if the locker room is lost, and you guys feel that it is, if Max Lewis is putting it, like I said, when I was watching the game in the beginning last night, I wasn't seeing much that was indicating that the locker room was lost. AD was hugging him before the game, like it looked. But as the game was going on, and Dan said it, and if you guys haven't been turning into live with DTLF, you're missing some hot shit over there. Check out Dan's live stream. And I watch the games, I turn off the audio, and I listen to Dan. I chime in the chat. Like, you know what I mean? It's a great program. Make sure to check that out. During Dan's stream, he said, like, the Lakers over here playing like he's lost the locker room. And like he said it like during the stream, right? And, so I started paying attention when he said that, because I looked before the game. And I saw, because I keep looking, for being a former coach, I look at things like this. I look how guys get on and off the bench. I look how guys come out of the tunnel at halftime. I look how guys do their post games. I look how guys look at other guys when they're going in and out of the game. I pay attention to a lot of that. And I had yet to see an indication that he's lost. Usually losing the locker room means you've lost the whole team, right? So the fact that they threw that number 6 in there was kind of interesting. But that number 6, all right. Secondly, but if let's say for the sake of argument that he's lost the locker room, let's just, because I think that there's more people that think that he hasn't, right? So let's say that for the sake that he has lost the locker room, if he has lost the locker room, then he's lost his job, in my opinion. Then he's lost his job. If it's a rut, like I said, and it's a team saying we need to clear the air, we need to define roles. Look, we like the guy, he's just messing up. We can't keep going like this. That's a different story. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I've seen that numerous times. Like Dan said, Phil went through that stuff. They got rid of Phil basically twice. In 2004, he was basically fired. He wasn't retained. And then after they lost to the Mavs, same thing. He was kind of forced into retirement twice. It's basically fired, but they let him walk out gracefully, right? So the answer to that is if he's lost the locker room, he should be fired. If he hasn't, I'm going to get killed for this. He probably shouldn't, just for the simple fact that there is no replacement. Because this is my stance before you guys kill me for this. There are changes coming to this roster. Do you want to go into the second half of the season with a new coaching staff? Because there's going to be assistants that quit too. So a new coaching staff as well as new players. Like, I don't know if we want to go down that path this season. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I still stand that while I think if he's lost the locker room, he should be fired, but I still think he stays, players go.
Okay, that's a good take. That's a good take for sure. Before I give mine, I'm going to go ahead and go to Chris. Chris, what do you think? Should he be fired or retained till the end of the season?
No, yeah, I've been thinking that of this scenario the whole year, just because I watch Jeff TV, I watch Dan the Laker fan, and LOE. So what I hear and what I see is the same thing. It just makes sense to fire him, but he's not going to get fired. There is no super savior. There's nobody coming here with the burning fire that we need. There's nobody here that's going to just propel us over everybody in the West to be number one. I don't see it. I've seen plenty of people say, certain names here and there. Those guys aren't going to help us. I wish there was a replacement for him, but there isn't. So we have to figure this out. I'm 100% with Jeff. If he lost the locker room, if he absolutely lost the locker room, then yes, you should be gone. You should be done. Nobody's going to listen to you from here on out. It doesn't matter if it's defense, offense, even at practice. Nobody's going to care. They're just going to keep in. They're humans, right? They're millionaires, but they're human. So if you tell them to do something, they're just thinking in the back of their head, you're going to be gone in a week or two, whatever, man. So,
the lame duck.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say. If he lost the locker room, you got to go. But there is no Superman to come and help LA, the Lakers, to the championship. And it hurts for me to say it. I don't even see a guy or a head coach.
Let me add to that, bro. Somewhere in the internet, Doc Rivers is watching this stream.
I know. That's what I'm worried about.
There's no Superman. He's going like this, bro.
That would be the most Lakers fit ever. The most Lakers shit ever would be that.
Doc Rivers, I think he is one of the most overrated coaches of all time. But I'm just saying, there's some people that are already that desperate, man, that have mentioned Doc Rivers.
I know.
LOE, bro. What do you think, man? Fire him, or is your vote to hold on to him till the end of the season? Retain him.
I'm one of those guys, man. I'm that desperate. Cookie Monster. But like Jeff said, man, I too watch, these guys come out of the tunnel, watch their interactions on the sideline, and sitting where I sit when I'm out there, I see some of the stuff, man. I see some things, and I see them passing up Darvin. I see them, not fist bumping Darvin. I see some stuff, man. That's why I think he's kind of, I lean more towards him losing that locker room, and not just that. Like, we even see it too. You see it on social media. A couple of games ago, I forget who was against. Darvin's drawing up that play, and LeBron is looking like, like, come on. There's a lot of that going on, man. And when you say AD's not that type. You're not going to see, AD doesn't show his emotions like that, right? But LeBron does, and some of these other guys do it. And I'm seeing some of this stuff on the sideline. So that's kind of why I lean more. And then from the player aspect of it, like playing the game, it's like football. I play football, but it's the same concept. When your coach is saying one thing and your players are saying another thing, that's a sign that you're kind of losing that locker room, right? That you guys are supposed to be echoing the same thing, but when you're not, it's like, come on. And that's what happened last night. Darvin saying, "Oh, we're not healthy." Simple as that. We don't have the guys. We can't do. Simple as that. But AR and AD are saying something completely. They're saying, in spite of that, we still got to find ways to win games. We can't be 17-18. So now, I do believe that Darvin should go, but will he be gone? No. I think in order for Rob and Jeannie to fire Darvin, the Lakers, they got like 10 of their next 11 games at home. I think it has to be, we have to lose, like we have to go on a major losing streak. And we have to really fall under that 500 for them to come in and make the fire. But like Jeff said, like Chris said, there's not really a savior out there to come in. If it did happen, if it were to happen, I think they just move Phil Handy over or Chris Jen over, right?
Okay.
Right. Well, Phil Handy, I don't know. Phil Handy, they might be motivated to play for Phil Handy. But I get it, but really, is it that much worse than Darvin? Like, come on.
Right. Well, so listen, man. My guy just underhanded pitch to me, and I'm about to knock it out the ballpark like Barry Bonds after the steroids, fam. It's going deep. All right. Now listen. Somebody believes there is a savior, right, in the chat, and they've been. I just want to show my appreciation for somebody believes there is a savior, so I appreciate you tonight. Thank you for the confidence, vote of confidence. But I will say this: I believe the Lakers should fire Darvin Ham now before it's too late. And what do I mean by too late? If what my guy LOE just said is true, and the Lakers are waiting to go 5 games below 500, at that point in time, the season is over. And no, I don't mean over by we might not make the play-in tournament. I mean over by if we barely make the play-in tournament, and we have to overexert ourselves just to make it there, we're going to get eliminated at some point. We're setting ourselves up for failure, So I say they have to act now. And the Lakers usually, front office does not act right away. They wait, and usually they wait till the end of the season, and usually they wait until it's unbearable. And, we should get out ahead of the curve. And I know it's going to make us look bad, because how is the media going to pick this up? They're going to say, well, he just won the in-season tournament. He just led that team to the Western Conference Finals. Yet again, unjustly, the Lakers fire another head coach, just like Frank Vogel after leading. It's going to make us look less prestigious. But that's okay, because that's how you weave out the weak candidates. All right. We don't want any of those coaches that are come in here afraid that they don't have job security with a 4-year, contract. They're looking for max job security. No, we need somebody who, listen, from this moment on, I'm giving a 2-year deal to coaches. That's it. Because I'm just not sure what these coaches can do for us. Like we have all these coaches that have come in here, expecting lucrative deals. Even Tyronn Lue wanted a 4-year deal. He didn't get that, right? And they have to prove themselves first before, if I'm the Lakers from this point on, because we have been traumatized, fam. We have been beaten. We have been bamboozled in the words of Stephen A. Smith. Listen, we really have. Since Phil Jackson, we haven't had a head coach to last 3 good seasons with the Lakers. 3. We have it. The 3rd year is the final strike. You're out. It's been that way with the coach, and that's maximum. Most of them have been 2-year coaches. Think about that, right? So
yeah. And you know what 3 of them have in common? You know what 3 of them have in common?
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Let me
no. This ain't break again. This is not Bron shade. Let me just say something, because I like what Lo was touching on about the player saying something different than the coach, right? Mm-hmm. What Austin and AD said was indifferent to what Darvin Ham said. But you know who's been saying the same thing that Darvin Ham's been saying? LeBron James. So, like, I find it very interesting. None of Bron's reporters are leaking anything. None of them. Where's McMenamin?
You know why, right?
Where's Haynes?
He does not want his name attached to a future coach.
So what I'm saying, that's what I'm getting at. So when you sit back, even when you look at that article, y'all, that's not even Shams. Look who wrote the article. They piggybacked it on Shams' name, but who's attached to that article? That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So on the other note is the and he's right. They'll wait to the end of the year. See, the Lakers have a history of making in-season coaching changes, but not with this regime. Not with this regime. Mike Brown got fired. Dale Harris got booted during the season. Like that. Like the Lakers. I mean, back in the day during Showtime, they fired a championship head coach in his second season because Magic Johnson's demanding a trade. You get what I'm saying? So the thing that is interesting with it is there's misdirection here. You know what I mean? And what is it really? Because this story had been out there about Austin Reeves being unhappy. It never really took off. You know what I mean? It didn't really took off. So it's like they threw something out there like, hey guys, here's something. ESPN, pick this up, man. Pick this up. Nothing. Right? This other thing comes out. Pick this up. And then Thirsty Perk was over there like, oh man, we got some clicks now. Right? Thirsty Perk picked it up a little bit there, right? So my thing is like, the leverage play here is wild, right? And it comes back to the same things again. It's like, I saw this somewhere, like I said, this is about to be once it does happen, because I think one way or another it's going to happen. I think we can agree whether it's now, I don't know when or whatever, but he's most likely going to get booted because he's just not the man for the job, right? When that happens, that will be the third Laker head coach let go on LeBron James's watch. That's not a bash. It's a real thing. So when we're sitting here, that you had a guy who won a championship with LeBron James and who LeBron James respected in Cleveland, and they only offered him a 2-year contract. He told them to go F themselves, went to be an associate head coach with the Clippers, saw the writing on the wall there. Doc will be out here at some point. That'll be my gig, right? The Lakers this is where the Lakers messed up, because we're blaming Darvin, we're blaming the players. I don't blame Rob yet, because I don't disagree with anything he did in the offseason. I don't. It didn't work. The pieces didn't fit, but I think those guys are still talented. Rob gets his chance in about 2 weeks. For the next 2 to 4 weeks to see what he can do once January 15th hits. It could be January 15th or it could be February 8th. I don't know the date. But Rob's alarm goes off on January 15th, right? But the thing is, when does the Lakers alarm go off? When are they going to spend for a high-end assistant coach? When are they going to eat the money? Agreed? Because the main reason, the real elephant in the room here is the Lakers aren't going to pay Darvin Ham for 2.5 years to go away. It's not going to happen, right? So to sit back, when are they going to get control of this, get a real hit, like Dan said? If everyone was saying, well, go out and get that, you're going to go out and get another rookie head coach to put with LeBron James. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. If you're going to get a young guy, you got to limit the time. But if you get a proven guy and you offer him 2 years, those guys are going to tell you to F off. That's what happened with Lou. They should have hired him before Vogel. I know Vogel won with us, but Lou probably would have too. So that's the problem. And it's like, are they going to? Because if you say, look, go, we're going to go give you an experienced head coach now and put him on the bench, that's what they should do, because he'll probably resign because the writing's on the wall at that point.
Absolutely, man. And shout out to my guy, Mees, the GM, man. He will
Hello,
be back on Saturday. We will have another episode, man. But you're absolutely right, Jeff. Look, man, it's going to get interesting because the Lakers are right now backed up into a corner, right? We don't know what to do because that trade deadline is coming February 8th. It's not coming quick enough, okay? Because by then, if the Lakers continue to spiral downwards like they are right now, the playoffs might be far out of reach or barely eking in the in-season tournament. Once for the third time in LeBron's career, the in-season tournament, or should I say the play-in tournament. That would be, and that's embarrassing considering we won the in-season tournament, right? So that tells you, like, LeBron-led teams only turn up when it's convenient to them, when there's money on the line or some bullshit, and we can't have that. You got to turn up at all times. We Laker fans have been spoiled by the likes of Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal. We've never talked about these guys not turning up at any point in time, right? So we do have to call out Mr. himself, right? Yeah. Because when shit hits the fan, who's gonna show face for it, right? Listen. You walking away from the reporters is only gonna bring more heat to your team.
Yep.
Now, unless he did that intentionally, like Jeff was saying, to cause a little bit of a stir up, you know what I mean? Then it would all make sense. But outside of that, man, LeBron James is a very strategic man. Now, he is, man. He out here playing
very.
chess. He is the king for a reason. He playing chess while everybody else playing checkers.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask a quick dumb question?
Can I honor Mees' request real quick? I
go ahead.
Hold on. I got you, Mees. There we go. My fault. I didn't see it the first time. My bad, bro.
Salute, brother. Salute. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I'm just gonna. Well, I'll ask the panel. Please don't tell me that we're still paying Rudy T.
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're not. Believe that went a lot longer than you thought, but no, we're
Yeah.
not anymore.
Okay, it's not.
He made Luol Deng situation look weak.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now.
If you guys remember, and I'm sure a lot of you maybe do, he was, remember Jeff and Dan, he was too stressed out to coach Kobe, and or he had a health issue.
Kobe gave him heart problems.
Yes, that's what happens. That's what happens when you gotta coach these guys. These guys are Hollywood, and they'll eat you alive, man. If you're not
especially
ready
in this era, bro. Especially in the Steph Curry era, man. Everybody and their mama flopping on the sidelines, man. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, I'm just glad we're not paying him still.
Facts. Mees, the GM says, my 2 cents, we can't critique the roster when the coach isn't utilizing a single player on our roster correctly. We have no idea of how good this team really is. This is still a championship team. Well, I'll tell you this, man. I'm critiquing certain players, and certain players are just settling for three. That's the only thing I will say. Now, the coach doesn't put a gun to your head and tell you to shoot the 3-point shot. That's on you. If you want to get lazy and settle for threes all game long, that's on you. But if you're not making them, if you're 4 for 30, that is an absolute embarrassment. At some point, basketball IQ has to kick in. I recently saw Kyle Kuzma on a podcast talking about how a lot of the the fundamentals of the game, the nuances of the game are being lost in today's modern era. Like, guys don't know how to do an entry post pass. Guys don't know how to do certain things. And I said, bring that brother back, man. Bring Kuzma back, fam, because, yes, we need this team just to get their head out of their ass and start playing. It's not all on Darvin Ham. It's 99.9% on Darvin Ham. But
hold on.
Not all on Darvin Ham, okay?
99. He was hitting the calculator right there. You saw that?
I had to do the quick math, man. But it's not all on Darvin Ham.
We need that on the loop.
I'm already ready for that.
I'm telling you right now, fam. I'm telling you right now. It's not all on Darvin Ham. The players also got to be better. But I agree with Mees in the sense that they haven't been utilized properly.
That's true. That's
right. Now we're looking like a coloring book, right? And the colors are supposed to be within the lines, except it scribbles everywhere. That's what it looks like. That's Darvin Ham's clipboard. Right? He can't stay within the lines of coaching basics, right? So, man, I hate to harp on it, but all right. We do have to switch gears a little bit of our ball style, man, because this is around the league, and we basically spent the first 30 minutes on the Lakers. But it's that bad.
Gosh.
It's that
average.
bad.
It's average.
Yeah.
Man, F Darvin Ham, get him.
Yo, Darvin, man. All right, let's start off with the guests, man. Of course, LOE, bro. We got to ask you. Knicks pulled off a trade recently, essentially OG Anunoby for Quickly and RJ. That's just the basics of the trade, right? Clearly, there's more. Both teams look good since. Who do you think ultimately won that trade, or will ultimately win that trade over time?
I think the Knicks, man. I think OG, what he brings to the Knicks, I think the Knicks needed that. You saw him right away in that first game, how he gave Ant headaches, man, and that's something that the Knicks needed. And me personally, I know Jeff, of course, but I think Dan, you like the Knicks too. I like the Knicks, man. I enjoy watching the Knicks. Again, I'm a huge Julius Randle fan. So I like watching Julius. That's kind of why I watch the Knicks. And to me, yeah. And to me, yeah, I love it. And then to me, with RJ there, to me, it was like RJ was taking shots away from Brunson and Randle. And OG, it's not so much. OG's he's gonna be open, and he's knocked down the open shots, but he doesn't have to have the ball in his hand, man. RJ, once he got that ball, he wasn't passing the ball, man. RJ was going, I got the ball, I'm finna score me some points, because Julius and Julius ain't gonna pass it to me. So I love the fit, man. I really do. I love it a lot. OG there defensively, and then he's gonna knock down open threes. Now RJ up there in Toronto, that works too. I think Quickly is the bigger loss, in my opinion, for the Knicks.
Yeah.
But I think it works out for both sides. But I think the Knicks won the trade. Jeff, you said it when it happened, and I kind of agreed with you. They got the best player. The Knicks got the best player in the deal. So normally, to me, that's how you win the trade. But not only the best player, I think they got the best fit also with OG there. So OG's going to be able to check. You saw it. He checked Ant, right? He's going to be able to check Giannis. Now, I'm not saying he's going to shut these guys down, but he's going to make it more difficult for those guys. So I love it, man. I love the OG to the Knicks.
Absolutely. Great take. And you're right, man. OG Anunoby can switch multiple positions. We saw him at that first game you just used as an example, not just on him, but on Karl Anthony Towns as well. Like he really contested shots from the 6'10" guy there. And OG Anunoby, we knew he was a world-class defender. We knew that he can, he's shooting the corner three ball at an extremely high rate, right? I think over 40% right now. And he's an athlete. He gets to the rim and finishes off the cuts and stuff off the ball. And you're absolutely right when you said RJ Barrett was taking away shots from Randall, who, by the way, has looked sensational since the trade. And one of my new favorite players ever since he landed with the Knicks, man, the point guard. You know who I'm talking about. Brunson, Jalen Brunson. Big fan of his since Villanova, man. And he has really, I think I'm having trouble figuring out whose team it is, but it looks like Brunson's team right now. But you could pick Julius on any given night because sometimes he looks OP. But I'm a fan of Julius, bro. He's very old school. I like, his roughneck style of play, the way he takes it to everybody's chest, man. You don't see too many players like that outside of maybe like Zion and guys like that, man. But it is fun to watch.
And I love it. He never smiles, man. I love that.
Yeah.
I loved him when he was a Laker. I was bummed out when we cut him from the roster just to make room for LeBron. I wish he would have stayed on with LeBron. I know their games kind of take away from each other. They're both on-ball players. They're both very physical in the paint. But I would have loved to see what he could have done if we would have held on to him, even though, the numbers wasn't working. Chris, got to ask the same question, bro. Who won the trade? Knicks, Raptors?
No, for me, it's the Knicks. But I've always been a big Julius fan also because, we drafted him. And, I watched him do his rehab on the Lakers after that first year. Mm-hmm. The first game he had that issue. But I love him when he's under control and focused under control and focused, not when he's just doing his own thing and dribbling too much and going out of control. Okay. So then, OG. I think he is the type of player I love to be. So you think this way anyway, as a baller, right? You're like, I see myself I see myself as this guy, that guy, this guy. So when I see him and a couple of the Toronto guys, I'm like, that's how I feel I play. So, you have a little connection to them. So when I heard, he was going to New York, I was like, man, this is a big opportunity for him to show his skills off every night, maybe on the national scale a little bit more. I love it. I loved what I've seen so far. I think the Knicks eventually will come away with the better player and the better, I guess if you want to say the win, But he's the type of player I've always wanted to be, which is, on both ends of the court. They throw you the ball, make the shot, make the layup, make the right play. You do that. On the other side, when you got to shut down somebody, or at least if you don't want to say shut down somebody, stay in front of them, make it difficult and be there, right? Just be in their face. That's what I see, and I love it. So I have no issues with him going to New York. I love it for them. And also LOE, I do also love the Knicks. I love watching them as a second team. So I'm with the group here. I love watching them as a second team. Love them. And I think I've mentioned to Jeff here and there and Dan, when New York is doing good and the Lakers are doing good, it's great for the league. It just gets everybody just hyped up and on fire. And man, you think of those, what if what if it's LA, New York? And when I say LA, I'm saying the Lakers, not the
That would be prime time, bro. That would be prime time basketball. Knicks versus Lakers finals.
If I could see that in my lifetime, it would be amazing. And I love the Lakers, but whoever comes out of that is just going to be great for the league. It's just going to hype up the league. If I could see that in my lifetime, it would be amazing. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, man. I think it was a good trade both ways. What do you think, Jeff? Who won the trade, man, right off the bat?
Oh, Knicks. Knicks won it now. Knicks won it tomorrow. Knicks won it next year. Like Knicks won that all the way. They got the best player in the in the trade. They got the best guy who fits the system he's going to. They got him pre-free agency, so he gets to sit in there. They can offer him the most amount of money, basically. So everything about the deal, I like. I don't hate the deal for Toronto. I just think it's better for the Knicks. Toronto, I agree with Lowe. I don't think I like them getting quickly more than I like them getting RJ. I think the Knicks felt that they paid RJ too much. This is the way out of that, and I felt that they thought they were going to have to pay quickly too much to keep him. And then how do you get a player like OG, and how do you get that other defensive guy with having to do all that? And they didn't want to lose OG for nothing, who's a free agent. And I know that Quickly is a free agent, but he's a restricted free agent. They can match his rights. So I think I like the deal for Toronto. I just love the deal for New York. And those Toronto boys always gave the Celtics hell, and OG was a big part of that. So the fact that New York and Tom Thibodeau gets OG for a potential playoff round against the Boston Celtics makes me love it even more.
Yeah, man. Honestly, this was one of those trades that I was just excited for both parties. For one, on one side, I'll tell you, the Raptors, they got rid of OG because obviously Barnes is balling out. You know, they have a couple of wings there. I think they're also going to get rid of Pascal Siakam. But we'll have this discussion in a bit. I think they're starting to hit that reset button with the right way. You get Quickly, who I think is quickly becoming a heck of a basketball player, and right away they should hand him the keys, trade away Dennis, and then they add. I actually like RJ better. I've always liked him. He's going back to his home. You know, he gets to play in front of his home fans. Sometimes that does good for the player. Sometimes it does bad, to be determined, right? But I think, you know what? I think they both won the trade. One for now, which is the Knicks, right? The Knicks get better if they. We were talking about this on the timeline on Twitter, guys. Me, Jeff, and LOE. If the Knicks end up landing somebody like a DeMar DeRozan, you know, subsequently, they could be a real problem moving forward in the East Coast.
And they might.
Right, they're already looking great right now, right? They're already looking great. But I also like it for the Raptors because they get Quickly, a nice young prospect. I still believe in RJ Barrett. I think he can be a heck of a ball player for the Raptors. And like you said, he's a restricted free agent. He's going to sign right back. OG, there's a chance he could walk in free agency, but it's not likely. Like you said, they got his bird rights. They can pay him the most amount of money, all that stuff. So again, for me, it was a win-win. And those are the type of trades I think the NBA fans like to see. You know, we don't like them lopsided ass bullshit trades the Clippers be making when they land everybody and give away pennies to the dollar. You know, we don't like that, right? Nobody likes that.
It's been a few of those now. Like when
they can't do it no more.
So when is you're now I get you, Jeff, but like when is the league gonna step in? Because as soon as you hear Lakers trying to do something, here comes somebody.
Clippers, they have until the trade deadline, then they're done. They can't. They don't have the same type of pieces to move. They've got rid of all their movable money, basically, for the most part, for big deals.
And then also, I think OG is a perfect fit for Coach Tibbs. Man.
Yep.
He's that guy.
He's gonna play him 60 minutes a game, but yeah, he's
hopefully he doesn't run him into the ground. But outside of that, you're right. Man. And with a team like OG, nobody loses, man. Nobody loses.
Yeah, and I like RJ and Quickly too. I like them. I got no problem with them. Like I think RJ is a solid player, but for his money on that team, that's just too much to a guy who's redundant. You know what I mean? Because he takes shots away from Randall, all these other guys. I think he'll have a good career in Toronto if he stays there. I really do. It's not. But I just think for the Knicks timeline and what they're doing with the guys and the rosters they have, I agree with that. I think the trade works for both teams. I just feel New York got the best player in the deal, and probably it speeds up their timeline a little bit more, in my opinion.
It's going to be really fun to watch the Knicks, especially if they pull off one more trade. They got 8 first-round picks, ladies and gentlemen. 8 of these suckers, man. Go out and grab who would be a good fit. We talked about DeRozan. Who else would be a good fit? Heck, Pascal Siakam. Bring them on. They already made a trade with them. Why not?
There's a lot. I don't think Levine goes there just because the clutch guys don't seem to like New York Knicks. So I don't think he's going there. But the DeRozan, I think, is the most likely. A name that a lot of people think doesn't have a lot of value but has a lot of value around the league is Jeremy Grant, believe it or not.
Hey, hold your tongue, Jeff. We're gonna get into that just now. That is the next question, man. I know exactly where you're going with this, but I love Jeremy Grant. Let's get into this really quick, man. And I'm gonna let you start it off, man. Let's play a game I made up called Legit or Smoke. Okay, and this is a trade deadline edition. We're gonna talk about some players. Is there legit smoke? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there legitimacy to the rumors, or is it all smoke and mirrors? All right, so let's start off with number 1, Zach LaVine. Go ahead, Jeff. Take us away. Is there smoke or is there fire there?
There is fire on the Chicago side. They want him gone. They want to get rid of him. There's smoke around the league. Pun intended.
I like
I think the teams that I don't think Philly gets desperate enough.
that.
Not sure Miami wants the financial commitment. It's gonna take a team having to do something crazy, like I've talked about before, like the Warriors. I think the Warriors might do something crazy, like Phoenix might be forced to do something crazy.
Somebody might experiment, right? Might need that
something because something who's already got a ton of money to spend, but it's not working. So let's just move one bad contract for another type of thing.
Yep.
So as far as Zach LaVine, I'm gonna go to what's the middle ground between smoke and fire? I will say right now. I'll say right now fire.
My guy was like Chris Martin. I'm sorry, Martin Lawrence when he didn't want on Blue Streak when he didn't want to step over the line to get arrested.
Oh yeah, at the border.
Yeah.
I love that movie, man. I love that movie.
Yeah. So okay, that's okay. Zach LaVine, LOE, smoke or fire?
Fire, and I'm with Jeff. It's fire on the Chicago side because look at their record since he's been out, man. It's like,
but what I mean is, do you guys think these guys will actually get traded by the trade deadline? That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Chicago's motivated to do so, I guess, is what. Like,
I think he does. I think he does move because Chicago again. Look at Chicago's record without him. You know, and it's not like okay, Zach's been sitting out. He could kind of figure out where he fits in. To me, he's not that high IQ type of player. Like a LeBron. LeBron since out, he did it last year, right? He sat out. Saw all the trades that we made, and he found his, put everything together. I don't think LaVine's going to do that. I think LaVine's going to come back and like, no, y'all need me. Give me the ball. I know y'all winning, but this is still my team. So I think Chicago wants to move him, and I think they will move him. Where I guess we'll talk about, but yeah, absolutely. I think it's fire too.
Real quick. He said that look at the Chicago Bulls without him, and then look at their bank account without him when he's gone. More fire. Part two. So
and chat, you guys can get involved as well. Type in the fire emojis if y'all think said player that we're mentioning is going to get traded, or thumbs down if he's not. All right, Chris, smoke or fire?
Oh yeah, I'll make a quick fire. I think they need to move him, and just like what both of the guys said, got to get him out of there. They've been playing great. Hey, I just want Caruso back. Give me Caruso. Somebody give me Caruso. Let me just have him for. Let me have him for half a season. Shit,
to be continued.
God damn.
Angel, let's do one for Angel. He wants to know if he's crazy for wanting Dennis back and having Reeves start Dennis 6 man. I don't think you're crazy. I think Dennis. Last year.
I think I said it when the trade happened. I was like, well, they got quickly. Go get me Dennis back, man.
Yeah,
I think I tweeted it. I don't tweet much, but I think I tweeted
that. I don't tweet.
Oh my God. A lot of people want the Laker Nation is split on that. Whenever I talk about that on my show, half the chat is like hell no, the other chat is hell yes. But I'll tell you,
love Dennis, man.
Yeah, we need again. If you're looking for a guy to get you 20 points a game, Dennis isn't your guy. But a great guy that gets this team could use a guy like Dennis. His competitive nature, his grittiness, his defense. It's not his fault that Darvin played him with 2 other guards. You know what I mean? But it's not his fault that he was starting him. Dennis is not a starting point guard to me. But give me Dennis Schroeder any day of the week, man. He competes.
Yeah,
we know that's his boyfriend. Ham, you want Ham to take his hands out of his pockets, get him Dennis back. He'll take his hands out of his pocket for Dennis.
Pocket experience, man.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. And I'm gonna have to say no homo beforehand. But if Ham gets Dennis back, he's gonna leave his hands in his pockets. I'll tell you that. He's gonna be That's all I gotta say about that. Salute to Kareem Report, man. Salute to Kareem Report.
Shout out my brother Reem, man. What's up, Reem? What's going on, Reem? Shout out to the B125, man.
But we all know that he feels himself a little too much, man, when it comes to Dennis. And I like him, but I hope coach isn't here by the time he gets back, if he ever does. All right. Next player, guys. DeMar DeRozan, smoke or fire? Anybody can go. Rapid fire.
Fire. Multiple teams, fire.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't see a reason why he would stay there. We all agree? We all in agreement?
I like him in the Knicks.
Yeah, I think he's a free agent to be. If they're not working on an extension with him. At least it doesn't look like it. Probably lose him for nothing. That's an inferno.
That's an inferno. What you
Did
think,
you
Chris?
did you guys see that stupid report where he said he loved to retire as a bull and all that?
They always say that, bro. That's when they want the
They
paycheck.
always say
That's
that.
when they want the
Yeah,
paycheck.
he's
Man.
being a veteran, man. He's being professional. That's a smart thing to do.
Mhm.
All right, Caruso, smoke or fire, man? Is he getting traded or not?
Give him to me, please. Give him to me.
Fire.
Fire. I think
Yeah.
so too. I mean, Chicago's on a fire, going to be on a fire. So I think a lot sooner than people think. I think they're going to go up in flames if we're talking about fire.
And he
If
should
Levine
have.
goes, if
Yeah,
Levine goes,
if those
the
two move,
floodgates are
yeah,
opening.
there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
Floodgates are
point.
opening.
There's no point in keeping them.
Yeah.
If Levine and DeMar lose.
And he's shooting his butt off in the threes. So
Yeah.
Well, here's where it gets interesting, guys. Donovan Mitchell, smoke or fire?
Smoke.
Smoke.
yeah, I don't.
Not this
Smoke.
year.
Everybody
Not
says
this
smoke.
year.
Okay. I think we agree there. I mean, it'd be nice to see him move, though. We've seen surprise trades before in deadlines, but yeah, I agree. They traded so much to get him. I don't think they move him just that easily, right? Kyle Kuzma, smoke or fire?
Smoke.
Smoke. He just got a new contract.
I don't know if people want that contract this early. So
That's true.
I never wanted Kuzma gone.
Mhm.
I wish I didn't want any of those guys gone. But like I said, he just signed that deal. The league is still kind of undetermined on him where he fits. Is he a good player on a bad team? Played well on the Lakers, but they ran him out. I like Kuz. I want to be on the record with that, but I don't think a team makes a move on him yet. More likely in the summer, in my opinion.
If I'm the Washington Wizards, the Washington Wizards. I almost forgot what team he played before. That's how relevant they've been. If I'm the Washington Wizards, I'm trading both. Listen, I'm trading both Kuz, strike while the iron's hot, and I'm trading that other kid, man, who's just a shot jacker. Because I think the veil is being lifted on said player, man. He's not an impact player. I've been telling people this since he was with the Warriors, and now you see him. He's just a high volume scorer. He needs 20 shots to get 20 points, and that's never a good thing in the NBA. And talking about that Poole boy, Jordan Poole. I would flip him in a heartbeat. All right, DeJounte Murray, smoke, fire. Which one?
Damn.
Chat, get involved. I see my guy Kareem says fire on Kuz. I see some smoke in there. I see the chat. What are we thinking, panel?
Give him to
Murray,
me.
that's a
I'll
tough
take
one,
it. But no, yeah.
I will say this of the guys we mentioned: Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Kuzma. If Murray is available, I think his market is bigger. One, he's a very good player. He's locked in long term on a good deal, and two-way player.
Yep.
Youth. Being that his market is higher, I don't know if teams are going to pay the price for him. They gave up 3 first-round picks and a pick swap for him. I don't know if teams offering 1 or 2 picks are going to be able to get him. And I don't know if any other team's going to offer more than that. So I'm going to say right now, currently, I'm going to say smoke.
Smoke. Oh man,
I'd love to get him, but he's going to be pricey.
Is that the actual Kareem report?
Yeah, Amanda.
Oh man,
Mr.
Dude,
in the flesh,
dude.
In the chat. We appreciate you, Kareem. Thanks for tapping in. Everybody else, my guy Prince in the chat too. Search the GOAT of mods is in the chat as well. Guys, DeJounte Murray, I'm on the fence about because the Hawks just started winning all of a sudden. It's like, like before they started winning the last couple games, again, I have League Pass, so I watch the Hawks a lot. And they started winning the last couple games, so you just don't know. Sometimes, a team could feel froggy and take that leap, or maybe they'll just sit on their hands and do nothing. So I hope he gets traded because it'll make for a very interesting trade deadline if big-name players do go. But I just don't know, fam. I'm on the fence about DeJounte Murray. All right. This one's interesting. The Pistons, Bojan Bogdanovic.
Oh.
Smoke.
Yes.
They've unless everything I've heard is they're not even taking calls on him. Well, that could change, but I'm just going off what's out there. Everything I've heard is they want him as the vet there. And if they're going to be in the lottery, which they're going to be for probably a while now, there's going to be some Euro players in play, and they like the idea of having him be their vet. So from everything I've heard, it's smoke.
And I agree. And then to piggyback that, I think they said they wanted two first, right? I think they said that for that simple reason because they don't want to move him.
They don't want to move him. They're pricing him out. If someone comes with a Godfather offer, which I don't think someone will for him, I think that's why they're doing it. They're like, look, if someone comes and offers something crazy, we'll get crazy. But
I think we can learn from that Knicks trade that sometimes teams ask for things, but they get something else. And like Jeff said, if it moves them, they make the trade, right? Like somebody could come in with maybe a young prospect, a vet, and a second-round pick, and it might get the deal done. Just like that Knicks Raptors. Remember, last year was reported that OG and Anunoby, they were requesting for 3 first-round picks. They didn't get a single one in that trade. So I think it really matters on what type of talent would come back in return. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if they did trade him, but I don't think they will because they need more vets, like Jeff said. They need a lot more vets. In this league, you cannot win without enough vets. However, there's teams like the Thunder who are an anomaly, but most teams, you need those vets out there to put in the work for sure. All right, we're almost at the end of this list. Jeremy Grant, and I'll let Jeff go off on it.
Fire. I've since he signed, I told people, you're not going to have to give up a pick to get rid of him. I promise you this. You're not going to. I was saying if the Clippers didn't get Harden, I was feeling that was going to line up something possibly there. But I think he absolutely gets traded. I think teams look at that deal, $30 million a year, when you got Levine 45 and these other guys, making that deal is not going to look bad. Contrary to the Kuzma deal, that's a proven commodity. Guys like him. He's played on Western Conference Finals teams. He's gotten better pretty much every year. He's skilled. Teams will pay up for him, and Portland has probably no intention of keeping him long term. So Philly is keep an eye on Philly with Jeremy Grant. I've heard that all year. They've got an eye on him, and to me, when I hear that, I'm looking up to the buyout gods and thinking Tobias Harris might be someone that the Lakers potentially could get their tentacles on here, because I think there's going to be some surprise guys who hit the buyout market that aren't like former All-Stars that can't play anymore, that are just a big name, but are good names and good players still. And Tobias is an example of one of those players.
Yes, I like that prospect right there, Tobias Harris. I'm also looking at the Raptors, man, because honestly, the Raptors need to start losing. If they're making trades like the ones they did, they need to start losing. And guys like Dennis Schroeder, guys like that might get traded. Maybe bought out. Who knows? But that would be a crazy one. Tobias Harris on the buyout market. But I think Jeremy Grant has a lot of fits. Like there's probably 29 teams that could probably use Jeremy Grant. Except for the Portland Trailblazers, because they are in a total rebuild. But Jeremy Grant, man, listen, dare I say Lakers? I would love to have a player like Jeremy Grant. If what if we package a first round pick, Vando and whatever young prospect they want?
It would most likely be D'Lo Rui pick. We can't move Vando, so it most likely be D'Lo Rui and a pick. Maybe a pick swap in a second, something like that. The money would have to be somewhere in that range, because he's 30 mil.
Yeah. Would you guys do that?
Do you guys remember he came out with that? He didn't want to be the third guy. Was like that thing to get his money, or what? So when he said that at the time, so this was So when he left Denver, he left the Western Conference Final team for the same money to go to Detroit, because he knew he had the bag already, but he was thinking about the second bag. So that's what he was saying. Like, at this point, he's thinking, who's going to pay me 30, 35 million as a third option, right? So that's why he was doing that. Now he's got his second bag. Now he don't care. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My guy said Portland would never make a trade with the Lakers. Well, that's not true. They're under new management now. They're under new ownership.
The divisions don't matter. They're not in competition. They're not on the same timeline. And I'll tell you this right now, Portland would have interest in that Laker pick. I promise you that.
Oh, that one is coveted for sure, because there's projected that we won't have AD or LeBron by then. So that one's very covered.
And listen to me, if Danny Ainge will make trades with the Lakers, anybody in the league will make trades with the Lakers.
Big facts. Money talks, baby. Money talks. All right. Last one. Lauri Markkanen. Smoke or fire?
Damn.
I think that's fire.
Fire in OKC, baby.
The only team is OKC. Yeah,
no, not OKC. But yeah,
the only team, OKC or Sacramento.
I think
those are the two teams.
Lauri Markkanen, listen, we're talking about a 6'10" guy who can space the floor and is a decent weak side defender. He's not a great defender, but he can block shots from the weak side, and utilizes his size extremely well to finish above the rim. He's a high flyer for his size. Can space the floor. I mean, who couldn't use a player like that? And then the Jazz, The Jazz, fam. They're middle of the road, and they don't have a young piece to build around. If we're being quite frank, we're being honest. If I'm the Jazz, I'm having a fire sale between this season and next season. Jordan Clarkson is a coveted piece. You guys just saw he just went off recently. A lot of teams can utilize a 6-man of the year candidate like that. Obviously, we already talked about marketing. Who else would be attainable from the Jazz that you guys would maybe think gets traded?
Sexton, Clarkson,
Those two,
like you said,
yeah.
marketing. Those are pretty much the three that I would probably pencil in those guys. I think all three of them potentially. And Olenek. So four of those guys. 4 of those guys, I wouldn't be surprised if all 4 are gone. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
It would be interesting. What up, Angie? Welcome.
Danny Ainge is not afraid to clean his hands.
He's smart. There's no. These guys can help you win games. You're not trying to win games right now. Same thing with Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant is good enough to help you win games. Dennis Schroeder, Pascal Siakam are good enough to help you win games when you're not really trying to win games. So when you look at guys like that, those are the guys most likly to move.
I still remember. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. You still remember? Go ahead.
Real quick from last year. Quick story. When freaking Olenek hit that goddamn bank shot 3 on the Lakers, and I was like,
the pesky player, man. He's an annoying pesky player. Looks like a surfer dude, but he comes out here and he gets buckets. And we all know that white dude that goes to the park and gets buckets.
Oh my God. He guards you at half court and runs around on every play, and it's like, bro, stop moving, bro. Like,
I'll tell you a quick story. I used to play with a white dude that used to wear Ray-Bans while he was playing.
Oh man,
almost dunking on us, and I'm like, "How are you so athletic?" And he's like, and then after the game, he's like, "You guys know I'm just an accountant." I'm like, "Man, get out of here, man.
Crazy, bro. That's
you
sure you want in a YouTube video, bro? That sounds like a YouTube
counting buckets.
But
would you take going back to Utah? Would you take Sexton or JC?
They're bucket getters.
I'd say JC, man. Even though Sexton, I think, has better defensive potential, I like JC, bro. He's been here before. He's put up big numbers here before as a younger player. Now he's more seasoned. I feel like we recovered some of what we lost with Malik Monk with Jordan Clarkson.
Oh my gosh, Malik!
I love JC. I would love JC. Oh, he's a chucker though. He can shoot you in or out of a game. But when he's on and he's going and he plays with pace, I just don't think I'm giving up a first for him. I don't.
Oh no,
I don't think I am. So, and Danny's gonna want to pick. Danny's gonna want to pick. Danny doesn't believe in bodies. He believes in small guards and trade assets. So, and draft assets. So,
there's always a way we can move like D'Lo for some sort of a late pick and flip him over that way. On a 3-way deal.
Yeah, I just.
And I'm sure it doesn't help that he just got his first triple-double, Jordan Clarkson.
Sure. I asked because I think we need a bucket getter because you look at the West and these guards, man, these point guards, they could all score, man, and we don't have nobody to match that. So
that's why Sexton, Clarkson. I like LeVert too a lot. I like LeVert a lot. So Clarkson would be a good get. I just don't know what the price is. I don't know what the price is. So I'm not entirely sure what it is.
All right, we're coming in on an hour here, guys. I got one more question for you guys for the basketball portion. I can't let y'all go just yet. Basketball portion, y'all. Who are the top 5 young guards in the NBA right now? Right now for you guys?
SGA.
Yeah, those.
How about Halliburton?
Halliburton. De'Aaron Fox. What is he? Is he?
I like Fox.
But is he in that range?
Young? Yeah,
he's a little older than those guys, but I think he's still in that range. Yeah. So those would be no particular order: Fox, Morant, Ant, SGA, Austin Reeves.
I like that. Wait! I gotta put Luka there, even though he doesn't play.
I was thinking about Austin. I was going Luka.
Gotta put Luka there.
See.
Hey, Austin Reeves is top 10 right now in All-Star vote for his position. So keep voting, Laker Nation. Keep voting.
See, if I still believe if Zoe, was healthy and still good, I think he would be in that range too. Because if it wasn't for those injuries to his knees, like Dan, you've said it plenty of times on your channel, where if they just kept healthy, he would be there too.
Yeah,
for sure. I think. I love me some Zoe, but I think it's SGA and then everybody. I think he's on a level by himself. And
SGA
you don't think Ant's up there with SGA?
I actually think
It's
SGA
like-
does more than Ant as far as playmaking
Oh,
goes.
man.
Ant is an elite scorer and defender, but I think SGA's playmaking is to like another level. So I slightly give him the edge over Anthony Edwards. But this leads into my next question, because my top 5 guards were Shai, Luka, Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, and John Morant. Those are my top 5 right now.
Yeah.
Who are you building your team around? Those players, like, pick one. If you can build a team around, mine's is SGA. I'm sure LOE's is as well, since he's been bad. Well, Jeff and Chris, who are you guys building your team?
I'll go real quick, Jeff. I'll just go Ant. Is he like a couple years younger than SGA? Maybe a year or two?
They're similar. They're similar in age.
They're
like 1 year away.
Yeah, I think they both went to.
Because to me, I love them both. So I would go for whoever's youngest. So whichever one is youngest in that group. So I'll just say Ant, because I feel that he's a younger.
I'd still go Luka.
Luka, yeah, it's hard to pass on Luka. However, Luka's defense, fam.
I can't take the back and forth with the refs. Like, let's just play, dude.
And he flops too much for me, man.
Oh no, I get the antics. I get the antics, but Bron was all those things too. And
yes, he did.
And at the end of the day, no one was going to pick over him. You know what I mean? So Luka's just box office big time and big money moments. We got to. I assume SGA will be that in the playoffs. I assume, but I got to see when it's money time when he does.
It's gonna be fun to watch this team in the playoffs this year.
I expect him to do well.
Yeah. It's gonna be fucking fun, bro, to watch.
They swept Denver, right, so far.
You said what, brother?
Okay, see, they swept Denver so far, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think they've caught them each time without Murray, though.
I think Murray didn't play the last one. I thought he played.
Okay, maybe the earlier
when SGA went off. I think I watched it.
Because one of them was when they right, the recent one when they smoked them.
Yeah, that one was in Denver.
So Murray did play in that one.
They've been extremely impressive, guys. They've over exceeded my expectations. Same thing with the Timberwolves, though. And
I'm scared of OKC, man. That's the team.
I'm more scared of OKC than the Minnesota. Minnesota, I didn't see coming.
I don't like.
Yeah, OKC was my pick this year. It was like the team to sneak into the top 6. Like I'm telling you that team is. I said not only will they get in the playoffs, but they will scare people and get around.
If they mess around and give up those picks for marketing, I think it's a wrap.
It's going to be fun, but I don't think any of those two teams come out of the West. I'd be extremely shocked. I mean, but I do think they're going to make some noise and put a scare in some teams leading up into the playoffs. So, all right, that wraps it up for the basketball portion of around the league. But y'all know, man, we got to keep it lighthearted sometimes, and sometimes we got to get serious in this next portion.
Okay.
Now,
serious. Let me get
first
serious.
question, man, and it's coming to our guest, LOE. Okay, if you could relate yourself, or if you could compare yourself to a cartoon character, who would it be and why?
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
I'm coming with the interesting ones this season.
I think I would be Doug Funny, man.
Doug.
The way my mind goes and I think I would be Doug.
Okay.
Just the way my mind goes and just wonders and sometimes. I like Doug Funny.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
Jeff,
I'm gonna go Charlie Brown because when I love Snoopy and I got a beagle, so it just works. It just works perfectly together right there.
I like that. That's a good one too. Chris,
terroristic beagle, by the way, terrorist. Sorry.
So mine. I think you guys might feel me because you're on the Court Kings team. You see that my emotions are crazy, so I'm just gonna be the Tasmanian devil because I go crazy up and down. And and Dan and Jeff, you guys know in our little text messages, I'd be like, "No, motherfucker, we gotta do this."
like Chris. Okay, I'm good.
And it means no disrespect. It's just like the feelings. I'm like, no, we got. And then what I love is
sound like him too, bro.
Yeah.
I heard the sound of him. Oh, he got him right there. There you go.
But what I love is that you guys always like bring me back to like focus and like, okay, Chris, yes, we feel you and we hear you,
Ritalin's a powerful drug, bro. Ritalin is a powerful drug.
No, I don't even take Tylenol, man. I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing.
I think for me, bro, the character I relate to somewhat is probably Bugs Bunny. Because I feel like, I feel like I will kiss my trolls in the mouth and like piss them off even more. Yeah. And they'll keep coming back, but I'll pop up behind them when they least expect it, and they never really get under my skin like that. So yeah, I'm going, since we're saying with Looney Tunes, I'm gonna say Bugs or Daffy Duck, goofy ass, one of the two, man. But yeah, I like being goofy sometimes, except when I'm mad, and then it's different. But yeah, guys, next question. What's your guys' New Year's resolution, man? I gotta start with Chris on that one.
Oh yeah, I'll do it right now, man. It's to be, and it hasn't only been this year. It's been since, if I could just be honest, since his passing, is Kobe. Is just, man, do what you have to do to be the best in your field, and that just means, and I think this might resonate more with Dan and Jeff, where you guys see that if sometimes I don't have to sleep, I won't sleep and I'll get the project done, and that means it's out sooner. We're out ahead of other competition, and my goal is to be ahead of anybody that thinks that they're on our level. So, and that's not to knock anybody. That's not to knock anybody or to tell anybody we're better than you. No, it's just that you won't be able to keep up with us. That's what I'm saying. Because you won't be on my level, because I'm going to give it 1,000%. If that means I got to sacrifice something else on my side of life, man, I'm going to do it. And I've done it. And that's why we're always ahead. And that's why, Jeff and Dan, you've said this before, like we're ahead of the game when it comes to coming with real life. Jeff, what do you call it? Real life. You have a term for
like
it.
Real time content, like
there
real time designs, like real time merch, like
perfect.
In the merchandise in real time.
Merchandise in real time. I don't feel that anybody has done that, and we're there because that's what I'm gonna do. And if I have to stay up all night, even if it means for 2 nights, I do it, and I gotta do it, and I know that we're gonna benefit from it. So that's what I have.
That's dope, bro. Listen, man, you got the mama mentality, losing sleep and stuff. But real quick, I thought it was funny that he said he's willing to sacrifice anything for some reason. I pictured a chicken behind his closet door. He was about to go ahead on that thing.
You gotta go there to make some video over there, man.
That's lame, though. I see you, bro. Hey, no, listen, man. I respect it, Chris. You got the mama mentality for sure. Jeff, New Year's resolution, if you have one, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't typically do resolutions, but I would say for me, it's just 2024 is just more content, be more consistent, adding the Dodgers to the platform, not just the Lakers, right? And staying on top of that. So I was already kind of like pressuring myself to do more videos basketball related. Then I went ahead and got all excited over baseball again. So just content, consistent content, continue to get better, continue to grow, provide growth, grow the channel, grow the community. Just more content, more shows, you know what I mean, and just more results. It's pretty much what it is.
And by the way, you're killing it, man. If y'all have not checked out my brother EmpireJeffTV, man, his information is on the screen. Look no further. Go ahead and check him out. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, because he's been killing it, and he's going to kill it even more as we continue to progress during the season. And baseball's around the corner, so it's about to get good, man. Y'all know if y'all even not living under the rock, y'all know that the Dodgers are about to be must-see TV. Matter of fact, my guy LOE, we got a true believer in a converter, fam.
I wanted to talk about that real quick. Not only is he low, he's dough, because he's Lakers over everything, and now he's Dodgers over everything over here.
Let's go.
We're like Dodgers blue, baby. Family, man. Listen, bro. You were lost, and now you are found, my good friend. You are now baptized in the Dodger blue, and it's glad to have you on board, brother. You made the best decision you could have made in your life.
You did. You went from YG to Nipsey, my guy. Let's go. Let's get on here.
Beautiful. All right, LOE, what is your New Year's resolution? If you do have one, go ahead and share that with the chat.
Yeah. It's not work related, but I just want to be more present in relationships, that's my thing. I want to, like, social media, like all that stuff. No, I want to be like face to face with people and really have, really show them how much I value them and I appreciate them, right? And that's across the board, whether it's my children, my family, even you guys, right? So if you guys get random, hey man, I'm thinking of you, man. I love you, man. If you guys get those random messages, don't think I'm a simp. I'm just trying to really, be more present in relationships and really value people more. I think we just get so lost in the social media stuff and all that stuff. So I know you guys seen, I kind of took a back seat to like the Twitter and stuff and kind of really even took a back seat on the Lakers, during the holiday. I just wanted to really be connected with my family more.
That's good, man.
So yeah, that's my thing. I'm not one to make resolutions, but I really sat down and that was something I want to be really intentional about. So again, if y'all get them random text messages from me, don't talk about me, man.
Man, you know what? It's a beautiful one, bro, because I think sometimes, and I've mentioned this, people with social media, you can be super disconnected with what's really going on in the present and what's around you, So it's good to balance it and to, find yourself and, like you said, connect with people in reality versus, I'm saying only through social media. A lot of people only want to connect through social, and that's a problem as well in itself. My personal New Year's resolution, man, is just personal growth, whether that's business, whether that's with friendships, with family, just personal growth every day. The great Kobe Bryant left the blueprint, and that was for us to, this is the year of the Mamba, 2024. And that was for us to continue to try to grow every single day by day, and not let anything get you down. Listen, what does not kill you makes you stronger. Especially for those of you that have been through the fire, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right? Like you come out of it like submerged like Jason, like nothing can kill you now. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can take you down. So for me, my own personal resolution is just to improve day by day and continue to get better as a person, as an individual, and as a YouTuber, including social media, everything, right? And Court Kings, man. Listen, Court Kings is coming with it. We promise y'all this season, man, is going to be a banger, including a collaboration with my guy LOE, man, because he's been such a generous contributor to Court Kings, man, helping give back to the community. So we got to do something, man, something special. And we're probably going to talk about it tonight. So, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. That's going to wrap it up for us. Another episode of Around the League. I'm going to let our guests do the first shout out, and then we'll move on to Jeff and then Chris. Go ahead, LOE, man.
Hey man, Happy New Year. What a way to kick off the new year, having me as the first guest here on ATL. I was excited when I got the call. So it's every time I get the call, it's like, man, it's like the lose my virginity all over again. I love it, man. I love it, man. I love you guys, man. Thanks for having me. And so shout out to all of you. And man, Darvin Ham, we're not shouting you out, man. Yeah, man, I'm just excited for the year, man. Just wishing everybody a great year again, year of the Mamba, and I hope everybody gets everything, man, that you want this year. Go hard after it, man, and the sky's the limit. We see it right here. YouTube, they were tripping with Dan, and now he's back in full force, and everything he lost during those couple of months, you're gonna get it back 10 times, bro. So yeah, man, shout out to all of you guys, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Man, it was an absolute pleasure having you, LOE. Man, it's always a pleasure having you, and this won't be the last time you're on. You're always welcome to come back on. Jeff, go ahead, brother. I know you got a lot of things going on in your life, so go ahead and make sure to mention each and every single one of them, because chat got to know, man.
Yeah, you can go find me on the Twitter /X at EmpireJeffTV. I'm sorry, EmpireJeff _ YouTube at EmpireJeffTV. And make sure to support all these guys up here on the screen as well, man. Low killing over there. He about to start the DOE channel. Doe about to come up over there. So shout out to Homer Simpson. But no, just like I said on the resolution talk, man. I started making the commitment last year. I'm carrying it through this year. So head on over to EmpireJeffTV, man. I got a lot going on over there. Tons of work. I'm trying to stay consistent daily. Be on Dan's channel plenty. You know what I mean? This is like this is like this is like where I go stay at the cousin's house during the, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you can tell it's always like partying over here with Dan's channel, right? So can't wait to do some live games with him and get back on the PSF apps. Check us out on PSF on the Pro. I can never pronounce this right, man. Pro Sports Fans. Yeah, it's a
tongue twister, isn't it?
Yeah, check us out on the, as well as our brother Lou over there covering the games as well. So hit us up on the PSF app, and then and like I said, YouTube is where it's at for me right now. I'm trying to really grow that out. So make sure to head over to the channel. These guys are all over there all the time as well. So just pull up, you know what I mean? And then once again, thanks, Dan, for always sharing the platform, provide an opportunity not only in 2022, 2023, but in 2024. So appreciate you, man. And like I said, never gets old. Never get tired of this. I'll never stop saying thank you, no matter how much you tell me to stop saying thank you. Never gonna stop saying thank you because it's a blessing, and it's a blessing, and I know that I'll never forget it. So appreciate all y'all, man. And anytime I can share the screen with talented individuals, man, and then the best chat in the game. So appreciate y'all, man.
Man, much love, man. Thank you
so much. Really fast, Dan. Really fast.
Yeah.
Give away a hoodie, man. Let's bless the people. 2024, man. Let's give away a hoodie.
There you go. You're gonna give away a hoodie now.
Let's go.
We're gonna do the giveaway. We're gonna do the giveaway. You're gonna load it up, Dan.
Hey, listen, LOE comes through like Santa Claus, and it's not even Christmas anymore. If you want to give away a hoodie, we're gonna give away a hoodie, man. Really quick, want to give a major shout out to Chris, my brother Chris, man.
And I'll keep this quick.
Quick story.
Quick story for anybody that is hating and doesn't want to be here. Don't be here. But what I have to say is that if you got something to say, we're all grown men here. I'm not scared of nobody. I ain't afraid of shit, man.
You got the LA hat, man.
You guys see what you see here, but you don't know me. You don't know, Jeff. You don't know LOE. You don't know Dan. We're a team. You come after somebody, we all going after you. If you got something to say, I'll put my phone number up right here, right now. You can call me. No.
Remember you talking about the Tasmanian devil? The Tasmanian devil.
That's why. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you got some beef, you could always come at me. I ain't scared of nobody. And I know you guys watching this right now. So, don't come at us as a group and then expect one guy to not do something, another guy. No, we all coming at you.
Hey, I appreciate that, my guy. Listen, much love.
So now you done motivated me to do 5 more shirts tonight. So we about to put 5 more shirts up tonight because you're making me angry, and I got my gang here, my group here, and then I got one more me's that's about to flex on you if you want some more beef. But okay, I'm gonna keep quiet because I get crazy. And
hey, we love you, Chris. We love you, Chris, man. Chris, let me tell you something about Chris, man. He is a passionate, loving, good-hearted dude, just like my guy LOE. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. But LOE does want to do a giveaway, bro. You want to pull up your screen and do it from your screen, Jeff? Since you kind of
honestly, you have the you have more in attendance, so it's probably better to do it in yours.
All right, text me the website. I completely forgot, bro.
Okay, I'll throw it in the private chat here real quick. Okay. Let's see.
My bad. I'm messing up the show. My bad.
No. It's perfect, bro. You're helping out the show because everybody that stayed till the end is gonna have a chance to win a hoodie, compliments of the LOE, man. Let me tell y'all gotta go follow him though. Go check out his video, check out his YouTube channel, bro. Lakers over everything. He's just as passionate as us, just as knowledgeable. And make sure you guys go tap it and show love because he is about to bless the chat. All right, with the giveaway, with the givey. So let's go ahead and pull that up right now.
Okay, I just sent it over right now.
And look, Kurt just message. I'll call Chris right now.
Yeah, I saw it. Kurt is funny as hell, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Kurt gets me assassinates me every night. Like talking trash and cloud about it. He's funny.
LOE, what do you want to be the hashtag, brother? Since you're doing it,
man. Hashtag 2024, man. Let's get we're gonna do this all year long. So let's get it started.
Hashtag 2024. And let me go ahead and screen share here.
And and to be clear, if we're on 2 different streams right now, so the hashtag has to be done on Dan the Laker Fans channel. My chat isn't going to capture, guys. So just so you guys know.
Okay, so let me give them like let's say 30 seconds from the flock on over if they want. That way they can enter because they also been very good and supportive, man, as well. I appreciate everybody on EmpireJeffTV's channel, man. We do appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you guys do type in hashtag 2024, and that way you guys will be entered right now because the great LOE has just blessed the channel. Let me go ahead and remove this right here from his face. Give me a second. There you go. That way we can see my brother down low. All right. Hashtag 2024 will enter you to a free hoodie giveaway right now. So make sure you guys do log that in. I only see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need more. Come on, guys. We got over 200
more.
up in here. So make sure you guys got about 20 seconds to hashtag 2024. Man, we appreciate you, LOE. Not only are you smart, intelligent, kind, but you're also very gracious, man. Giving back to the community in this manner, man. Kicking it off. Listen, man. We dropping a LOE t-shirt for the people, man. For the people, because my man has been more than more than graceful on this channel, man. And since I met him, he's been a very giving dude. I remember the first time he contacted me, asked me for my size on a jersey and everything. I was like, you don't gotta do it, brother. But I appreciate him very, very much. All right, here goes hashtag 2024. All right, I see
There's
some red
people coming. Come on, guys. Final seconds here. Get it in. Hashtag 2024 for a chance to win a free Court Kings hoodie. Compliments of Mr. LOE, aka DOE. From shopcourtkings.com. Hashtag 2024. What, another 15 seconds? Hashtag 2024.
There you go. Everybody getting in it. My guy Serge getting in it. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
He definitely deserves it.
Search is running a raffle, y'all. Be careful, man. So
right, don't cheat, Search. Don't cheat.
He's like, merch for Search.
We're gonna have to run a different hashtag for Search, man.
I just totally butchered this. He's not running it, guys. Watch him win now. There's gonna be a conspiracy. All right, we good? We good?
It's a joke. All right, man. We're gonna let my guy LOE count us down. Go ahead, LOE. 5, 4.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. Hashtag 2024. Let's see who's the big winner here on screen. It's all randomized. So the data is collected, and Daniel.
Man, a constant supporter of everybody, man. So that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, Daniel. So same procedure. Dan, you want to just have him just message me? We'll go from there.
Yeah, just hit up my guy Empire Jeff on Twitter. I think he already follows you, right? He's been
yeah. So you follow me on Twitter, Daniel. So you know it is at EmpireJeff_. Shoot me a DM. I'll get you a promo code, and you're going to get that ordered and get it out to you ASAP.
Congratulations, Daniel. Listen, why you guys tune in to this show, man?
Daniel. Get the goat. The goat hoodie. Get the goat. The goat.
Oh, we do have the new goat hoodie. That's right.
Yeah.
That is right. So yeah, make sure you guys listen. If you guys didn't win this time, tap in because you never know when the next giveaway is going to be. Again, very, very thankful to my guy LOE, man. Very thankful for everybody who participated in the chat. Of course, my wonderful panel, Chris, Jeff, my guy Mies, who couldn't be here today, but he will be here Saturday. Much love to all you guys, man. That's going to wrap it up for us here on Around the League. See you guys on Saturday. All right. Have a great one. Peace.
No one from Portland. Everyone's